mind started to spiral like, could you date an InstaCarter? And then it made me think of like, what careers would you date? I need somebody with some behind them. You know what I mean? Ladies, tell me what jobs would you not need?
Paul Williams says, I'm 53 and been married to the same woman for over 27 years. Why the fuck are you in this conversation? Come on. I have the actual pedigree to ask this question. Why are you still dating at 46 years old? Because she's not dead? You can never take men seriously. I can't. It's impossible. It's impossible to take men seriously because the way that y'all get on this app every single day and just expose the fact that you are the biggest goddamn hypocrites and the biggest whiners will never like not amaze me. It's so hilarious to me. So I saw this video, right, that I'm about to show you guys. And I got through and I read all the comments and I screenshot a bunch of stuff, right? And then at the end of it, I instantly recalled like another video I had just saw like 2 or 3 days ago where men were saying like essentially the same thing, but about women. And I was reading the comments and there was a bunch of men in there like, yep, I agree, man. I didn't see, and I'm telling you, it's the same group of men. I don't know if it's literally the same man, but it's the same group of men. Wow, it's hilarious.
So I was at the supermarket the other day and I saw this real nice looking guy and I couldn't determine if he was actually buying groceries for himself or if he was an InstaCarter. And my mind started to spiral like, could you date an InstaCarter? And then it made me think of like, what careers would you not be able to date? Now me as a 46-year-old woman, college educated, entrepreneur, own my own business, these are the people in their careers that I would not date. I'm not dating a drug dealer or a scammer. I got way too much to lose to be caught up in any type of scamming you got going on. You know what I'm saying? You won't take me down. You know what I mean? A stripper, of course, a personal trainer. They be getting too much tang thrown at them. I ain't got time for that. What else? I don't know if I could date somebody who has a full-time job that I consider to be a part-time job. At the age of 46, and I'm dating people who are in their 40s, you need to have a career. You need to have a career to date me. You need to have been at your job for almost 15, 20 years. You know what I'm saying? You should be pending retirement at this point. You closer to retirement than just starting a job. So I need somebody with some behind them. You know what I mean? Ladies, tell me what jobs would you not date?
Okay, so that's harmless to me. Like I don't care. I'm married, but I'm saying like even as a man or whatever, I don't care. I don't care that those are her preferences, though she's not into those things or whatever. I shouldn't say preferences, but she's not into those things, into those careers. I had no problem with it, right? But somebody had sent me a comment from the video, and then it made me like look at the video, and I started reading all the comments, and I'm like, what? Like, why are y'all crashing out this bad over this woman having this? She says, Uber, Lyft drivers, barbers. Vlad replies, my barber clears 120K. Okay. Jay Elliott said, with all due respect, I see why you're single, but let me ask, that's so disrespectful. But let me ask you a question. Outside of your self-accomplishments, that you had to describe so strongly, did she describe him so strongly? What do you offer a man that has the same accomplishments that he couldn't get from a lady that works? Oh man, damn it. Oh man, hold on. He couldn't get from a lady that works at a coffee shop, he said. Wayne Daddy, weird name, says, get over yourself. I didn't go to college. I went to a trade school for welding. Okay, I gotta stop you right there, Wayne. She didn't say shit about you. She doesn't know you. The way you guys are projecting all of your insecurities on this woman right now is hilarious. She ain't talking to you or about you personally. She doesn't know you. Just so we're clear. He said, I'm currently a pit master in a barbecue restaurant with aspirations to open my own store. And my woman has 3 degrees with a great job. She's humble. It's about loving someone. It's about loving someone for who they are, not what they have. That can all be gone tomorrow. This again coming from the same group of men that this other gentleman right above him says that he would date a woman that works at a coffee shop. Why would you date a woman that works at a coffee shop? I'm saying like it, meaning like if you make so much money as a man, why would you date a woman that worked at a coffee shop? It ain't her brains. It ain't because you like her. It's because, like he already said, what are you going to do for me that a girl at a coffee shop couldn't do for me? So it's not about the person. You don't care about the person. This is what I'm saying. These comments are stacked on top of each other. I'm reading it. They're stacked right on top of each other. With all due respect, I see why you're single, but let me ask you a question. Outside of your self-accomplishments, that's redundant, it's just accomplishments, that you have to describe so strongly, what do you offer a man that has the same accomplishments that has the same accomplishments, comma, he should have put comma there, that he couldn't get from a lady that works at a coffee shop? So you are saying essentially that it's not about who the woman is on the inside, it's about what she can do for you, right? What can she bring to the table? What can she do for me? Not the type of person she is. What can she do for me? Okay. Right below that, this other dude is saying, "Oh, it's all about what's on the inside, the beauty on the inside." Shut up. Shut up. You guys are triggered because you think she's talking about you directly, and maybe she is. She doesn't know you, but maybe it's applying to you. Get over it. Cope, as you guys like to say. Termal Williams says, I'm 53 and been married to the same woman for over 27 years. And why the fuck are you in this conversation, Termal? Termal, sorry. I have the actual pedigree to ask this question. Why are you still dating at 46 years old? Because she's not dead? And what are you actually expecting at 46 years old? Is that a real question? A single man has already made it by then. What? Says who? That would, I'm sorry. What would he need from you? Just asking. Exactly. You see, they're saying the quiet part out loud. We need a woman to build with us. If you don't help us build, then what do we need you for? Right? Trying to, mind you, I know I'm saying that because they're trying to shame her. She is just saying she doesn't want to date men that have these professions. They are literally saying, well, why would we want to date you if you can't help us build? You're 46 years old. If you date a man that's your age and he's already built, what can you do for him? That a girl at a coffee shop can't do for him. Interesting. Interesting. Why does it matter? Like, damn, just be happy. Now the men's all of a sudden they care about happiness. Why you 46 and still dating is the question. As if she's a corpse. Don't understand the relevancy. My neighbor has a Porsche GT in his driveway and takes his 2000 Honda to DoorDash when he gets off of his 9 to 5. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Stop lying. Stop. What year is the Porsche GT? I'm curious. What? Think about what you're saying. So there's a man that has enough money to that can I would assume comfortably afford a Porsche GT, right? Just by working a 9 to 5. Then he gets off of his 9 to 5 and door dashes. Please stop it. Something ain't adding up. Hold on. There's more. I promise. Kevin Samuels, please come back, Daddy. Kevin Samuels, oh my God. They're missing their daddy. Jorge says, are you dating jobs or men? And then Lamont says, I stopped listening at 46. He thought, y'all got to really listen to the way that these men are exposing how y'all, mind you, all she said was she doesn't want to date men of certain professions, right? And you listen to what you guys are saying to her, right? Hold on, before I do that one, let me get to these real quick. Just imagine if a man said this: wheelchair, deaf, disabled, all deserve love. No, men, stop lying. You guys don't even look at women that you don't find attractive. You don't even acknowledge them. You let them die right next to you while they're drowning in a pool. Shut the fuck up. Stop talking about women. Everybody deserves love when you don't love anybody. This idiot said, I wouldn't date a 46-year-old woman who sits on TikTok posting videos and call it being entrepreneur. He is clearly not able. I mean, he's illiterate. That's just me, though. She has a business. She doesn't just sit on TikTok. She has a business. She has a business. Okay, now let's get down to business with this guy. So Brian says, like I said earlier, this is what they be doing. In one breath, it's everybody deserves love. Y'all, why are you dating a man, or are you dating his profession and all of this stuff? You know, it ain't about the money, blah, 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 right? Okay, cool. Then y'all turn around and ask this woman, what can Brown do for you, right? What have you done for me lately? Type shit, right? Cool. Brian says, so when two people get together that are already established and have the house, cars, dogs, and white fence, what is there for them to build together? Anything they get together from that point is just going half on it. Okay, so he is saying, again, like the other dude was saying, if you're not helping me as a man establish myself, then what do I need you for? You guys think that sounds better than a woman saying, I don't want to date a stripper, I don't want to date a scammer, and I don't want to date a drug dealer. You're not sane. That's insane that you can't put those two things together and understand, oh, wow, that's actually crazy to say. This is actually crazy to openly admit that the only reason why we would ever get with a woman is because she is going to help us establish ourselves, while simultaneously being upset with the woman for saying, yeah, I'm 46. I don't want to date a bartender or a waiter or whatever profession. Just a profession. Wicked work. Wicked work.
Everyone keeps bringing up money. And you know what I find very interesting about this post is that everyone keeps bringing up money, and I never brought up money, not once in the video. I didn't say anything about how much somebody makes.
Facts.
If I wanted to deal with somebody who had money, I would date drug dealers and scammers.
Yep.
You know how many millionaires are scammers and thieves? Mm-hmm. You know how many people commit white-collar crimes and have plenty of money? Yeah, I don't want to deal with thieves. It's not about the money. I don't want to deal with a stripper because I don't want my man waving his thing all around. He probably makes a lot of money. Why do y'all keep equating it
Time out. Mind you, again, never mind, we'll get to it.
To money? A woman says she don't want to date a barber. It has nothing to do with how much the barber makes. It's probably the environment that the barber is in. She don't want to date a barber. Mm-hmm. Why do y'all keep equating everything to money?
Because men are groupies for men with money, and they think, oh, I would date a man that made $120,000 a year.
And y'all got to stop talking. I heard somebody say this the other day. Y'all got to stop talking six figures to women who make 7 and 8. Clearly, nobody was talking about money. Nobody said anything about money, but all the men in the comments keep talking about, oh, well, I work here and I make this. I work here and I make this. It wasn't about how much money you make.
Triggered. She triggered all these men by just saying these are the professions of men I don't want to date.
Ever. It's just certain things that people don't want to deal with. It could be scheduling. It could be the amount of women that you're around on a daily basis that would make it more prone for you to cheat. It could be several things. And no matter how much money you make, people don't want to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's that simple.
And men have been lied to. This is a perfect example of how men lie to other men and tell them all you have to do is make money and the women will come. And yeah, some women will come, don't get me wrong, but not every woman is going to come. Some women aren't going to like it. What I do, I'm sure there are women that's like, I don't want to date a man that does that. That's perfectly okay. My wife, obviously, she doesn't have a problem with it. She loves it. But I'm saying, like, in theory, of course, there are some women who are like, yeah, I don't want to date a man that does. Who fucking cares? Obviously, there are women who don't care, who like it, who, you see what I'm saying? Like, every woman ain't made for you. Y'all egos are so fragile. And y'all been gassed up by these men for so long to believe that all you got to do is make a little bit of money and the women gonna fall, that you crash out when a woman just, I don't want to date this, when she just says, I don't want to date these types of men. Not even these types of men that have these professions, right? Now, lastly, this is what I'm saying. These are the same men, the same group of men that make these types of lists. Men never date or marry. I don't see none of you weirdo men that were in her comments and in this guy's comment section, like, what the fuck are you talking about? Nurses, single mothers, party girls, girls with tattoos, feminists, horse girls, and lawyers. Now, a lot of these are dumb, right? I mean, like, but they're dumb to me. I don't really care about your reasons. I couldn't care less. But because they're your reasons. I don't think you have a chance with any of these girls, to be honest with you. But nonetheless, these are your preferences. These are the things that you dislike. I'm okay with that, brother. The only thing that I'm saying is, though, why are y'all so hypocritical? Why is it when a woman says something way less egregious and way less disrespectful than this, right? Y'all crash out. All of a sudden it's, oh, well, they don't want you. Oh, whatever happened to love? Yeah, exactly. Whatever happened to love? Y'all the same men. Y'all the same men that be talking about you don't want to date a woman. You don't want to date a sex worker. You don't want to marry a stripper. You don't want to marry a girl that does OF. You don't want to date a woman that does OF. Y'all the same men. When she said she don't want to marry a stripper, y'all can't understand that. When she said, I don't want to date a stripper, y'all didn't instantly go, yeah, I understand that. Here's how I know y'all was being disingenuous. Because, okay, some of the jobs maybe, it's her, like, whatever, right? Like, here's what I'm saying. There was one thing that she said that I was like, she was like, being 46, you better have been on your job for 15 or 20 years. Now, mind you, that is her, that's what she wants, you know what I'm saying? That's her expectation. That's fine. I didn't take that personally. I haven't been on my job or profession for 15 or 20 years or whatever the case may be. It's her, that's what she wants. Don't have a problem with it, but I definitely thought, like, that's a bit extreme to me. Everything else she said, I was like, yeah, I totally understand that. But here's the thing. I can say that and not give a fuck and not be triggered by that. See what I'm saying? I didn't take it personally. I just thought, like, I don't know, people move jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just like, yeah, that's a lot. But I also can rationalize and understand why she would feel like that. Why she would want somebody that was more established. Somebody that ain't bounced around from 4 or 5 or 6 years. Even if his credit's good and he got the money or whatever, I can understand that, though. Because lifestyles change when you change jobs. Maybe she don't want to deal with that. See what I'm saying? Maybe it ain't about the money. She said that. Maybe it's not about the money. Maybe it's about the lifestyle. That's what I'm saying. I can understand that. I definitely can. So once I processed that, I was like, yep, I hear what she's saying. I totally understand that. But here's how I know y'all are being completely disingenuous, because when she said she didn't want to date a stripper, none of you niggas came in there, and none of you men came in there and said, no, I understand that. I do understand some of those jobs, but I just don't understand. Like, y'all didn't use any nuance. It was just like, oh, you just don't like men for working. Like, you don't want a hardworking man. Like, what the fuck? That's how I know y'all was on that bullshit. Because some of them jobs, you would understand. Lastly, I'm so tired of the same group of people telling women to pick better. Then when the women pick better, y'all go, not like that. No, not like that. Lower your expectations. Everybody deserves love. She never said everybody didn't deserve love. She said they don't deserve her love. She didn't say, she did not get up here and pull a Cardi B and say broke boys don't deserve no pussy. She did not say that. She said scrippers don't deserve my pussy. Those are two completely different things. But the fact that y'all are crashing out about it says everything about you.